sparring or whatever.
Yeah.
But I never had this feeling of intimidation. It's always been a playground because I'm there to play with my friends and check out girls.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, "Ooh, let's go to the gym. Like there's hot girls." And then like maybe we could talk to them. And then it's like, "Oh, let's go there and lift some stuff." So like I never really had this negative association. So it was difficult for me to empathize and understand because I remember I would invite people to barbell and then they're like, "Nah, I'm intimidated." And I'm like, "Why? Everyone there's nice."
Yeah.
And then I would be like kind of hurt because I'm like, "You don't want to go with me and play?" Like it's almost like I'm inviting them to Chuck E. Cheese and they don't want to come with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Why? Like, what are you afraid of? Like, people there are really fucking nice."
Oh, for sure. When I some of my friends from Sacramento, they want to come out and they want to work out. I'm like, well, we can go to barbell, right? And you can come with me, and then you could meet Bart. And these are like close friends.
Yeah.
And they go, "Nah, man, it's gonna be too crazy." I was like, it's a fucking gym. You work out however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You know. And I always have to tell people and remind them that barbell is probably one of the nicest fucking gyms I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
More so than 24-hour fitness, dude. 24-hour fitness they have a lot of douchebags that go there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't like guys
Those gyms
peacocking.
are the worst, dude. Those gyms are the fucking worst.
Like when guys are peacocking, like I'm just like, man, like why are you putting on a show? Like just get out of here. I want to work out. Like stop hogging the machine.
Dude, let me tell you this fucking story, man. I used to go to 24-hour out in South Pasadena late at night. There's just not a lot of people there. So this one fucking guy, I'm not benching a lot. I just have like a 45 and a 25 on there.
Oh.
And the guy, as I'm benching and I put it down, the guy comes up and he just takes my 25 pound off my fucking waist.
Dude, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's so fucking rude.
And I
dude.
get up and I just fucking snatch it out of his hand. I'm like, "The fuck are you doing, man?" And he goes like, "Well, you set it down." I was like, "Does it look like I'm fucking done with this?" You know, and obviously people are looking around like he's a fucking dumbass and he's looking at me like I did something wrong. You know what I mean? And that's the type of environment too that I think people get intimidated at gyms because of people like that.
Dude, what a fucking... That's a guy that's never been punched in the fucking head.
Exactly.
And
That
they
is
just don't
such
understand
bullshit.
gym etiquette.
Yeah.
That is the rudest... That is so rude. Like there's no other plates there.
Yeah.
You know,
that
and by the way, if
bothers
I
me.
was this jacked guy, he would have never done that
Yeah,
either. So,
dude.
so
What
it's-
was he?
Huh?
What was
He's
he?
a white guy. So like I'm like this
Different world, man.
If I was this jacked human being and I didn't look like this goofy Asian guy, I guarantee you he would have never done that
That's
shit.
the same fucking guy that was in the IKEA parking lot. You know
Yeah,
that story? It's the same fucking guy.
It's the same
It's
fucking
the same
guy.
fucking guy, dude.
You know, and it's just it's kind of odd when I look at that situation, and it does make sense why people get intimidated at gyms.
These guys are in a fucking bubble,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and
They're
he had
in a
his little fucking Beats by Dre things on. He's living in his own
which
world.
also is not that cool to work out with. That must be so hard to work out with.
Yeah, and in my mind too, like the only thing I'm thinking about is, you know, you may be buffer than me, but if I threw a 45 pound plate at your fucking teeth, your muscles won't do shit. You know,
You're
and I'm
right.
just, you know, it's just enraging. And I'm just sitting there just like, what are you doing? And obviously other people at the gym were dogging him too. Like, what the fuck are you doing, guy?
Yeah.
So
You're
it's-
giving us a bad rap, asshole.
and I, as a grown up, I told on him.
You should have, dude.
Oh, yeah, I told one of the staff members about this jackass and they kicked him out that night because he
Good.
was.
What a fucking dickhead, bro.
Yeah.
That is the rudest shit ever.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? There was a story that was like a long time ago, but it was a kid was deadlifting and some dude, he was strapped in and then some dude like shoved him. And you're like, "Oh, dude, you're a piece of shit."
He was
No,
screaming.
it
in
was
his
on
face.
video. There was
Yeah.
a kid that was deadlifting.
My man was pulling some weight,
and then
too.
he fucking hit him while he was deadlifting.
Yeah.
So while he was strapped in, he had straps.
Oh, he put his foot on it and he slammed it to the
Oh,
floor.
that's
Dude.
what it was.
Yo,
Yeah.
what a fucking prick,
Well,
dude.
I forgot. I think he was saying he was too loud or he was banging his plates
Yeah,
too
dude,
loud.
fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's never deadlifted in his life, probably.
He didn't even work at the gym.
Yeah.
He didn't even work. He wasn't even a staff
Such
member.
a self-righteous, crazy,
Same guy.
batshit
Because
guy,
in his
dude.
mind, he's fucking like, "Oh, this is gym etiquette."
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, dude, sometimes when you're lifting heavy weight and you're throwing some weight around, plates are going to slam against the floor. I'm sorry.
Because it's such an odd thing too. Even in my case, when that guy took the weight off, let's just say, for example, he thought that I was done with my set. You should have asked me.
Yeah, dude.
You could have came up to me, "Hey man, are you done?" Like everybody else does in the gym.
Hey, dude, there are only 2 plates.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour fitness. They'll have more plates elsewhere.
Exactly.
Figure
And
it
I
out.
guarantee you, he's the kind of guy that will sue you if you smack him
Oh,
afterwards.
for
Because he's like, that was
sure.
so unwarranted.
Because he was trying to be a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah. Or he's just like trying to punk me or something or whatever. And mind you too,
It's like passive aggressive weirdness. It's
Yeah.
such a bitch move.
That's
it's
white
like
people
either
shit.
fucking kill me or don't do it at all. That's my philosophy.
and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
dude.
like he.
That's so fucking...
I mean, this is how I feel too. I feel like he took the plate and he assumed that I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the other fucked up part.
and it makes me feel really small.
He thought he can get away with that.
Yeah, so when I got up and I snatched it out of his hand, I bet you was like, oh shit. What's my next move? It's like, well, your next move is either you're gonna fucking swing at me, or what's gonna happen?
Guess what? He's
Or
not
I'm gonna
swing.
tell on you.
Yeah, and I guess what I did. I fucking told on him. And I got his kicked out.
Like a fucking
You're an adult now, David.
I know. I don't. Well, what's the point? I'm not gonna. He was kind of buff. So but the other thing was, it was causing a commotion because other people were giving him shit too. I was like, well, fuck. I called a staff member over and then I told him like, yo, this guy fucking just snatched the weight out of my barbell.
Yeah.
And the guy got kicked out. But it's just the concept that somebody could do that to you for no fucking. What was the reason? And I think that's what gets me frustrated too. I can't figure out his logic. Like, why did you do that?
I think it's more like
He's in
ego
a
tripping.
bubble, dude. Yeah.
Ego tripping. I don't know. Like, this is what I always wonder too. Do white people bully each other this way? Because every culture bullies each other in different ways, right? Or do they feel like I think when it comes to bullying, they attack or treat people weird. Like they bully those that they think they could have one over.
Yeah.
And I feel like, man, bullying happens in Asian culture, but not like that.
Yeah. No.
It's very different, right? So it blindsides me, like, what's going on here?
Now, mind you, I have been punked at a 24-hour too. It was the K-Town one. There's a K-Town one, and there's some fucking precarious people in there sometimes. I don't know now, but this is when I lived in K-Town back in the day. But the way the guy punked me was very thug-like, so I just respected his thugness. I was on a lat pull-down machine, and the guy was like, yo, that's my machine. I was like, damn straight it is.
Yeah, see, that kind of bullying I understand.
Because it's like some thug shit, you know?
Yeah.
Man, fucking Bolo Young?
Yeah.
Fucking Chong Lee from
yeah.
Bloodsport?
Yeah.
He's a bully at the gym.
Oh,
but I
really?
respect it because he's a maniac. Like, he'll come up and he doesn't even say, can I have, you'll be working out and he'll go, huh? And I'm like, all right, I know what that means. I'm gone.
That's my shit.
I honestly would respect that more than someone taking a fucking plate
and
off
just walking off.
It's passive aggressive. To
Yes.
me, it's
Yeah.
like bitch shit. If
Yeah.
he came up and then he was like, get off, it's my turn, I would have been like, yes, sir. But if he just pulls the weight off, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to fight? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. Don't put me in this situation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand this communication. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's just more like
very weird.
I feel like if we just boiled it down, is if you're not about that life, don't fucking act like
Don't.
it, right? Because that dude wasn't about that type of life. The other guy that punked me said,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's my machine." Pfft, he's about that life. I'm gonna get up and move. And obviously, even the people around us knew, yo, that's his machine. Don't fucking touch that shit, right?
It's like church bullying was worse than when I get bullied by white people. It's weird. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay, well, how do they deal with this and how do they battle it out? Because I'm so far removed from that culture. I want to understand. Because it's like a Jedi mind trick. It's
Yeah.
like, what's going on? I'm just fucking flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dude.
what the fuck?
Like it makes me.
You guys got to find a new gym.
Yeah, well, I don't go to that 24-hour anymore at all. So it's and also too, just to put it in perspective, I mean, I'm there at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. There's a lot of weirdos at that time.
Yeah.
So when you're with the weirdo time, you're gonna meet a lot of weird people. Like I had this other fucking so Khalif and I used to work at 24-hour in the morning, and there was without fucking fail this roided out beach body buff guy, right, with this big fake titted girlfriend, and they would scream and fight every morning.
That's dope.
I kid you not. You could even when I have Khalif, I'll have him tell the story because he could explain it better. But it was to the point where they would do a workout, and without fail, Khalif is like, "Watch, they're gonna fight again." And they would do some shit like this. I mean, I'm not remembering it verbatim, but it would be something on some shit like, "I told you to fucking do it this way. Why are you doing it that way? I'm trying my best. What the fucking yell at me? Then just fucking do it that way." And then she starts crying, and he will come up. He go, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." He starts kissing her. I'm like, dude, they definitely have crazy sex, or he beats her, or some shit.
That's how I train my clients. All my clients.
It was crazy though. But
the staff never said keep it down or anything.
I mean, this was in the morning, so it was pretty hectic and busy, But the guy would just scream at her, and then she cries, and he starts kissing her, apologizing. But it was the same.
What an uncomfortable ass space.
That's
man.
abuse.
That is abuse. That is abuse.
That's some abuse.
That's abuse.
So, just to wrap it back, I can understand why people are intimidated at gyms.
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
commercial gyms.
Yeah.
That's true because barbell is like a community.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of respect because people just go in and do their work.
I used to even be so nervous when I was like when I first signed up for 24 in my like early 20s, where I was 18.
How did you sign up?
I just went to the place and I signed